Perspective, that's a big thing in life. I want to make a quick video. I understand this week's videos haven't been high production quality. That will change once I get a laptop. I can start editing and make my usual videos on the channel. Kind of hope you guys like a little bit less heavy edited content as well. But things will get back to normal. Let's talk about the Bruins and perspective. Because going into this season, I did not expect the Bruins to be anywhere near the top of the Atlantic. I thought, maybe a third at most, wild card type team. Because, when you miss, major pieces leave, like Bergeron, like Krejci. Then you have other guys that you brought in from the trade deadline, like Bertuzzi and Orlov. Like, there was a lot of pieces that left. And you're like, okay, this team should be competitive because of their defense and goaltending, but there's, it's going to be very hard for them to be towards the top in the Atlantic. And what have they done this year? Right back at the #1 spot. It's impressive. Now, are the Bruins a perfect team? No. Are they a frustrating team at times? Absolutely. But sometimes you just got to sit back and just relax and just enjoy what you're seeing. Do they have holes? Yes. Are there other things that I wish the Bruins did at the trade deadline to, make them have a better shot to go deep? Absolutely. But the ability for this Bruins roster to maintain the level that they did from last season, while not as successful for obvious reasons, is just downright impressive. They've lost a lot of one-goal games, but they've won a lot of games. The Bruins are a team that just finds ways to win games. And when they're clicking, they have the high-end talent. Marchand's had a good year. David Pastrnak is having another good, well, not just a great year. He's been absolutely phenomenal offensively for the Bruins. Ullmark and Swayman they've both had their cold stretches, have given you relatively consistent goaltending. And guys have stepped up. Like Charlie Coyle, to me, is a big guy that has stepped up and shown that, he can play in a top 6 role. I doubted if he could. Most teams, after losing that much talent in the offseason, in a single offseason, I should say, it would be very hard for them to be even in a playoff position. But the Bruins just, whether you hate it or love it, but under Cam Neely, under Don Sweeney, they found ways to win. They found ways to stay competitive. And in a league where there's a lot of parity, in a league where you see a lot of teams just completely fall apart, or teams that have a ton of talent and never really get it together, what the Bruins have done this season to continue their playoff streak, to continue their excellence, is incredible. It really is. It's incredible. And as a Bruins fan, sometimes you got to take a step back and appreciate what you got. Because I remember the years, the Bruins were not a good team. Before Claude Julien, let's be honest, the Bruins were just kind of, at best, an 8th seed or a 7th seed. Missed the playoffs quite a few years. In the late 90s, early 2000s, it was kind of, it's kind of meh. A mixed bag. You have some good teams in there, don't get me wrong, but what we've seen over the last decade is just downright impressive. They haven't always won it. They've had some major disappointments in the playoffs, but the continual success the roster has had, and this team has had, I should say, is downright impressive. So, I'd like to know your thoughts down below. What have you thought about their success over the last decade? Shoot, even 15 years or so. Are you as impressed as I am? Are you impressed that they're able to maintain this level of excellence even with all the players that left last offseason? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. See you in the next one.